Are threatening a blockade as early as today to protest the GOP health care plan and specifically its tactics, because right now the bill is being crafted behind closed doors by Republicans. Democrats demanding a fair and open hearing. If they don't get one, the plan is to bring the Senate to a crawl by mucking things up with speeches and parliamentary procedures. Don't you love Congress? CNN's Ryan Nobles has more.
Dave and Christine, good morning. Democratic senators want to make it hard for Republicans to schedule votes on even bills that are considered non-controversial. They'd also keep nominees from the Trump administration from getting confirmed. That could create a glacial pace of work in the Senate in a body that's already pretty slow. Among the techniques they may employ, preventing committees from conducting routine business and even stopping committees from extending their hearings when the Senate is in session. The goal here would be to force Republicans to open the debate on the health care bill, which at this point has been done behind closed doors. All Democrats and even quite a few Republicans have yet to see what is in this new bill, despite the fact that Republican leadership has promised to vote before the 4th of July holiday. On Sunday, on State of the Union, Senator Bernie Sanders, who's an independent but who caucuses with the Democrats, endorsed this move.
I am in favor of the American people and members of Congress doing everything that we can to defeat that horrific piece of legislation that will hurt tens and tens of millions of people in our country. What kind of process is it that when you deal with an issue that impacts tens of millions of people in this country, Republicans don't even have the guts to allow it to go to a committee where we can have an open hearing, where questions can be asked?
And Democrats are prepared to put this plan in place as early as today. They could potentially hold the floor of the Senate through midnight tonight. And during that time, members could come up and give speeches where they talk about their constituents who've benefited from the Affordable Care Act. Now, Democrats would prefer not to go down this route, especially in the wake of unity displayed at the congressional baseball game after the shooting last week. And Minority Leader Chuck Schumer has called for an all-senators meeting to hash out their differences. This a last-ditch effort to make the process more bipartisan. At this point, though, Republicans have not agreed to participate. Dave and Christine?
All right, Ryan Nobles, thank you so much for that. As Senate Republicans craft a health care bill behind closed doors, newsflash, Obamacare is still the law of the land for 2018, and many Americans will pay for Washington's uncertainty. The Affordable Care Act was in trouble before President Trump took office, but the quest to dismantle it is causing many insurers to hike rates or leave the exchanges entirely. Now, companies hate uncertainty, and they're not sure if the government will keep two key rules: that everyone must have health insurance, the mandate, and that it will share the cost for lower-income Americans. Those are the subsidies. And that uncertainty is responsible for 2/3 of the 2018 rate hikes. Some insurers will charge as much as high as 50% more to offset the cost of sicker-than-expected policyholders. Many insurance don't even want to risk it. Humana, Aetna, and Anthem have already pulled out of the exchanges. They blame lack of information on top of millions of dollars in losses. And more insurers may pull out this week. Companies have till Wednesday to let state regulators know if they plan to stay. I would encourage everyone to go to our top story at CNN Money this morning, sort of laying all of this out, exactly how, county by county even, you could have vastly different offerings. And one thing really notable about this story as well, it says that some companies are starting to find that it's stabilizing where they are. The Obamacare
still needs some fixes. It's surprising the Democrats haven't stepped forward with those fixes and put Republicans in a difficult spot.
And you wonder what the politics are of that, you know? So we'll see.
Right.
All right, Bill.